Students, today inshallah we are going to study lesson 2 unit 2 in the second term, which is algebraic fractional function. In this lesson we will study how to find the domain from any fraction, from any function. It's in the form of fraction. If we have a function in the form of a fraction, the domain it will be r except zeros of the denominator. The domain for any function it will be r, but here if we have a fractional function it will r except zeros of the denominator. Let's see the first exercise. F of x equals x minus 5 over x minus 3. To find the domain, we say that if we have a fractional function, the domain it will r except zeros of the function. How we can get at zeros of the function? Put the denominator equals 0. So x minus 3 equals 0. And after that x equals 3. So the domain here it will r except 3. r except 3. Let's see the second one. F of x equals x minus 7 over x power 2 minus 25. Here we put the denominator equals 0 to find the zeros of the denominator, or factorize. X minus 5 and x plus 5, both of them equals 0. And after that x minus 5 equals 0, so x equals 5 or positive 5. So the domain for this function it will r except positive or negative 5. r except positive or negative 5. Let's see the next one. Find the domain. F of x equals 5. If the function it will in the form of a number, so the domain it will be r. The domain it will r. The next one. F of x equals 0 equal r. Domain it will be r. X power 2 minus 4. The domain also r. X power 2 plus 36 also equals r. F of x equal 1 over x if we have a fractional, so the domain it will r except zeros of the denominator. We put the denominator equals 0, so r here, domain here it will r except 0. r except 0. Why? As x is never equals 0. x never equals 0. Get it? Let's see the next one. F of x equals 1 over x power 2 plus 4. If you can factorize x power 2 plus 4, no, can't factorize it. So if you have a fractional function and the denominator didn't have any solution, so the domain it will be r. Domain it will be r for any fractional function didn't have any solution, or the solution set it will be 5. We can't say that r except 5. It's not logic. So it will be r. If we have any fractional function didn't have factorize the denominator, or the denominator didn't have any solution, so the domain it will be r. Find the domain. We have f of x equals x over x power 3 minus 1. We can say that the denominator equals 0 or by factorize. So if we have x power 3 minus 1 equals 0, so x power 3 equals 1, and taking a cubic root for two sides, so x equals 1. So we can say that domain equals r except 1. r except 1. Let's see the next point. Find the common domain. Find the common domain. If we have more than one fraction, find the domain of each one, and after that, union between their domains. Let's see the first one, r except 1, and the second. If we factorize it, it will r except 1 and 5. And the last one r, as the denominator didn't have any solution. If x equal x, the domain it will be r. So make a union between the domain r except 1 and 5. So the common domain here, 1 except r except 1 and 5. To find the common domain between any fractional function, it will make a union between the domain. Homework, find common domain between this fractional function, and after that find the domain. If you understand it very good, write your answer in a comment under this video. I hope this lesson is helpful for you. Thanks for watching and goodbye.